One of my favorite Bible verses is in Philippians 1:6. And I love what Paul says here in Philippians 1:6, because he says, and I am certain that God who began the good work within you will continue his work until it's finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns. What Paul is saying here is that God won't stop until it's finished, completely finished. He'll never give up on you. Whatever he starts in your life, he'll finish. He will do it. You need to trust him. I also understand that sometimes we can get disappointed with life or even with yourself, you know. It happens. It's normal. We are humans. So along the journey, you get disappointed, you get frustrated, you get upset with stuff, sometimes with yourself. I get upset with myself once in a while. That happens, you know. Sometimes I do things and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm not crazy, but I talk to me and I say, man, again? Seriously? You know, you should have known better by now. And sometimes I get disappointed. Not long ago, I was driving to church and to preach, and a driver cut me off on the road. And as a pastor, what did I do? I stopped the car and I prayed for the guy. No! I wait for revenge. I pressed the gas and I speed. You know, I was behind him. And the next turn, I cut him back on the road. And the moment I did that, I look in the mirror and I immediately regret what I did. I was listening to hymns, going to church to preach, and now I have all this adrenaline running my... And I was thinking, man, why did you do that? I was so upset with me, so upset. And I kept driving. And then I look at the mirror and the car was behind me. Not chasing me, just driving behind me. I kept driving. And a few minutes later, I look and the car was still behind me. And then there was just one more turn before arriving to church. And the car was still behind me. And that's when one thought crossed my mind. What if this family is coming? And in that moment, I pray, God, please don't let these people come to my church. This was the only time I prayed this prayer, you know. I never prayed that again. There was a good reason. But I was so upset. I was so disappointed with me. And my point is, I'm still a work in progress. I know that. But Paul says in Philippians that God will finish what he started. Whatever he started in your life, he'll finish. Just keep going, keep moving, keep trusting, keep praying, keep rely on him. Don't quit. Never give up. Mary stayed. Peter and John decided to go back home. They quit. But Mary stayed a bit longer. And I'm so glad that she stayed. I'm so glad. Because that's when she saw two angels dressed in white. And she didn't realize they were angels. She was talking to them, but she didn't realize they were angels. And sometimes I wonder, have you ever thought how many times God intervened in your life using angels and you didn't even know they were angels? Have you ever thought about it? We don't talk much in the church about the ministry of the angels, but it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Read Hebrews 1:14 when you get home. Paul is very clear. And Paul says that there are angels whose assignment is not to be up there praising God 24/7. It's actually to be here to save you From the moment you were born to the moment you die and you are put in your grave, God assigned one specific angel to follow you. Have you thought about it? Am I the only one who get amazed with this stuff? This angel following you? Not to take notes about your wrongdoings or anything. No, but to be there for you. And I want you to understand this morning that you are never alone. Even when you believe and you look around and you feel like I'm here by myself, I'm alone, you are never alone. And Mary was standing there, and angels were talking to her. And she's crying. And the angels ask her, "Woman, why are you crying?" And she says, "Because they took Jesus, and I don't know where they laid him." And the moment she said this, John says that she turned. And now there's Jesus. He's standing. But she didn't recognize him either.